Hello and welcome to the Urban Fairy. I have a quick jewelry video and then I have a bit about my latest project. So if you hang around for that, thank you very much. If you don't, that's fine too. So the first thing I wanted to show you is something I made. This is some beautiful artisan glass, and these look like lucite beads, the big ones, don't they? I thought so, until I did this with black light and saw that they were actually amber. Sorry. So who would have thought? So I'm sure I've completely messed them up by making this necklace with them, but I did, and I can always take it apart. So going to a thrift shop and finding any kind of jewelry jar is almost impossible. So I did go to a thrift shop, and I think I spent $22 and some odd cents, and I did get some interesting things. So let's see. I just liked the look of this. Whoop. There's nothing special about the metal. I knew it wasn't silver right away, but a very decent chain on that anyway. Box chain. Really cool. And this was a whopping $4. So that was the first thing. No, it wasn't. But then I got this, and this is a little bit puzzling. It does have a tag, and it says Attitude. I'm sure that's not a great maker, but it looks silver, and it's not magnetic. So I'm not sure what's going on with this, but it's about collar length, and I love the circles and the, God, it looks like nipples with nipple rings. Anyway, I thought it was really cool. Anyway, that was $3. And then I got, I told you, that's it, 5 things. This chain, it's alternating gold tone and silver tone, or is it? Because this as well is not magnetic, and I'm confused by it. There's no tag on it. Oh, hang on. No, that's it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but where's the clasp? There, it's a lobster clasp, newer clasp, but let's see if you can see this. On every single link is engraved I can't see if that's upside down or not. Jesus. On every single one. I tried to do a Google search on it because I thought it was pretty unique, but I found nothing. And then my eye went to this right away. This was very expensive. This was $6. And it is Mexican 925. Really nice, heavy, interesting links. So it's not like I'm without things to put onto this. I thought it was really cool. That was my radar thing. And the last thing I got, and I'm not sure why it said as is, because it's every single stone is here, and this one was $4, and I thought that was so pretty. Anyway, that's all I got. So thanks for joining me for this quick little thing. And if you stick around, you might find out a little bit about my first sort of novel that's coming out in a couple of weeks. So thank you for being here, and hang around if you want. You know what else you could do if you want? You could subscribe, or you could give it a thumbs up. I never ask this, and people just fly by. I always fly under the radar, but then I don't really. So anyway, thanks for joining me. A little about me. So I was in my first play when my mother was 4 months pregnant with me. So that kind of established a love for theater. I created a theater company in 2006 called Flushing Productions, still going. And I'm a playwright, and I've had over 100 productions of various different plays done in various different countries. Probably the highlight was touring a play I wrote about the Easter Rising in Ireland, during the centenary of the Easter Rising. And it was terrifying and wonderful because I'm Irish, and I knew that if they didn't like that a Canadian wrote their story, or they didn't like the play, they would tell me. But it was really wonderful. So imagine this. You and your crazy friend are in your comfy clothes. You got the table laden with grapes and olives and good bread from the Jamaican bakery around the corner, and cheese, and you're partway through your second bottle of Baco Noir, Sandbanks. They don't endorse this video, but they're a really good wine out of Ontario, just in case you needed to know that. And the conversation turns to sex, doesn't it always? Amid an array of questions, gasps, and uncontrollable laughter, you share sordid stories of exes, one-night stands, and the one that got away. Clearly, I am the crazy friend, and I'm the one sharing stories. The Jazz Musician's Daughter. It's a collection of stories around every lover I've ever had. Have I enjoyed too many lovers? Too few? These are stories that don't always include the lover, because, it's not all about them, but it kind of is. It's about every lover that's come in and out of my life, no matter how briefly, and some were very briefly. I was at the time immersed in a world of music, and many stories are from the 80s, when boys were pretty and sex was way more fun and morals were looser. They're not just about the men I've had, but, the tales of the men with more red flags than the United Nations, the failed flirting rituals, including mine. The time I helped deliver a baby in a bathtub, the wedding we almost destroyed. Well, it wasn't me. And other stories like that will be included in a chapter called Fouls, Interceptions, and Incomplete Passes. So the book comes out on March the 17th, St. Paddy's Day. It seemed appropriate. And I just suggest, if you get the book, it's from Amazon.ca. I'm not sure what other Amazons will have it, but we'll see. When you read it, pour a glass of wine, or single malt scotch, or a Guinness, or a coffee, whatever your poison is, and join me in the adventures of the Jazz Musician's Daughter.